Okay, we are back. We are back, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Hello. Let me make sure I am seeing everyone's comment. Okay. All right. We are back. Hello, hello, hello. Just tell me hello so I can know that everyone can hear me, okay? If you are on here and you can hear me, go ahead and just send me a hey so I can know to go ahead and get started, okay? All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me and see my screen? Hello, hello. Can everyone hear me and see my screen? Can everyone hear me and see my screen? All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. I am Miss Nay. I am the owner of Comfort and Hearts Homecare LLC. I show you how to start your own non-medical home care business, meaning a lot of people get the home care and personal home care confused, okay? I teach you how to start your own non-medical home care, meaning you go to the client, they do not come to you. When the client comes to you and actually stays in your home, that's more so a personal care home, okay? I teach you how to start as an individual or as an agency. It is up to you, okay? I like to do this live to educate you, right? Because a lot of people want to start this business, but it's a lot of hassle. It's a lot of stuff that you have to do in order to have a successful business, okay? And pretty much it's expensive, right? A lot of people are charging $5,000 and $10,000 just to give you information. However, I give you information for free. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. The first thing that you need to know when starting your own business is you need to define your model and your services, okay? You need to know what type of services you're going to render, right? Whether it's private pay, long-term care insurance, VA, Medicaid waiver, whatever you want to assist that client with, you need to know, right? So that's the first step is knowing who you will service, whether it's VA, Medicaid waiver, government contracting, long-term care insurance, right? That is the first step. A lot of people don't know that, right? You need to know exactly who you will service, right? So you can know which ways to go and then you can get those requirements. Also, the second thing you need is to figure out the services that you will render. Okay? You need to figure out what services you will render. Are you going to do companionship, personal care like bathing, grooming, meal prep, light housekeeping, medication reminders? Now, on this side of things, we don't do anything medical. So you can give medication reminders, but you cannot give medication, okay? Also, respite care. Respite care is just providing temporarily relief, okay? Transportation, errands, hospital to home. So, meaning the client is going to start off in the hospital. You may go in the hospital and become like a sitter, right? Until they go home. Once they go home, then you will be their caregiver, okay? Am I making sense so far? I do want to make sure I am making sense, okay? Now, the next step is, and I hope y'all are writing this down because I am giving you each step for you to take in order to start your business, okay? All right, the goal here is to stop working for agencies and start your own business. So now the next step is you need to figure out your service hours, right? Do you want to work 8 hours? Do you want to work 12 hours? Do you want to be a 24-hour business? Do you want to work 10 hours? You have to figure those things out, okay? Whether you want to do hourly, live in, overnights, minimum shift length, okay? All right, so that's another thing that you need to figure out. Then after that, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then the next thing you need to do is where will I be servicing these clients, right? What counties would you service? Like if you're in Jacksonville, right? What county in Jacksonville would you service clients? Those are things that you really need to know as well. Okay. Then next you need to move on to your naming and branding, right? You should pick 3 names because when you're doing your EIN, your LLC, it's going to ask you for 3 names, right? So I recommend with your names, it needs to be home care. It needs to be home care, okay? You can have, like mine is Comforting Hearts. I do apologize. Mine is Comforting Hearts Home Care, right? Because when you do health care or other names, then it's more medical. Remember, we are non-medical, so we want to keep that in mind, okay? So basically, you need to choose a unique business name, right? And then also, once you get 3 names, you need to check to see if those names are available. Okay, before you figure that out, you need to see if those names are available. Then, after you go ahead and secure your EIN, your LLC, and everything like that, then you need to move to a domain, business, email, and phone number, right? You do not need to get a new phone. All right. You do not need to get a new phone or a new phone line. It is different apps that I show my students how to use where you can have another number connected to the line that you already have. Okay. So I teach my students how to spend less money. All right. Am I making sense so far? Make sure you let me know if I'm making any sense so far. Okay. Am I making any sense so far? Do anyone have any questions so far? Any questions so far? All right. All right. And then also in your state, right, you need to know how much you should be charging as a private duty caregiver. Okay? Meaning, um, how much you should be charging and the high demand areas. I like to go over that with y'all as well, because you need to basically know how much you should be charging, right? Because you don't want to overcharge or undercharge. Okay. So what states is everyone in? What state are y'all in? So I can tell y'all how much y'all should be charging in your state in those high demand areas. What state is everyone in? Go ahead and drop your state, and I will let you know how much you should be charging in your area. What state? What state is everyone in? What state? South Carolina. All right, so my love, in South Carolina, you should be charging up to $30 an hour, right? And then also let me give you the high demand areas, meaning where caregivers are needed the most. All right, so in South Carolina, you have Greenville. Write this down, okay? Because you need to be hitting up these areas, okay? You have Greenville, Spartanburg, Columbia, Sumter, Florence, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and Hilton Head, okay? Someone said Texas. In Texas, you have you can charge up to $30 in Texas, okay? In $30 in Texas, you have El Paso, Amarillo, Lubbock, Wichita, Sherman, Dallas, Walker, Keelan, College Station, Austin, Beaumont, just to name a few, okay? All right. Make sure y'all are dropping those states, y'all, okay? Pennsylvania. All right, Pennsylvania is 34. 34 up to 34. An hour, okay? It's not, it's an hour. Yes, yes. A lot of people say, is that an hour? Yes, 34 an hour, okay? All right, so you have Erie, Pittsburgh, Jonestown, Eltana, State College, Chambersburg, Williamsport, Harrisburg, York area. You have Lancaster, just to name a few. Hold on, y'all. All right. Did I do everyone's? Texas, Minnesota? Hold on, y'all. I got you. Okay, I got you. Minnesota is 43 up to 43. You have Dula, you have St. Cloud, Minneapolis, Mankato, Rochester, Indiana. Indiana is 33. You have Evansville, Terre Haute. You have Columbus. You have Indianapolis, Lafayette, Kokomo, Muncie, Fort Wayne. You have Elkhart, South Bend, in Michigan. Okay. All right. Did I do everyone's state? All right. How many of you are actually working for an agency right now? How many of you are actually a caregiver for an agency right now? Oklahoma, I got you. Okay, so Oklahoma up to 35, my love. Up to 35. You have Enid, Tesla, and Oklahoma City. If you are working for an agency, the prices that I am giving you, you will not get paid. Okay? You will not get paid. Let me Indiana, I did Indiana. Yes, you will not get paid that, right? If you are working for an agency, because the agency is going to give you what they want and not what you are worth, okay? So, meaning you will always be the middleman. It's going to be the client, it's going to be you, and then it's going to be the agency. The client is going to skip over you and pay the agency. The agency is then going to pay you what they want. So that's why a lot of my students say, oh my God, before I came across your lab or before I became your student, I was only getting paid $15, $17, $18. And that is why, because you're working under an agency, so they have to get their profit, right? They can't pay you $30 if the client is paying them $30. How will they get a profit? I teach you how to stop working for an agency and get all of your money, right? I want you to work smart, not hard. All right? Do y'all have any questions so far? Any questions so far? The goal here is to work smart, not hard, okay? Drop that in the chat for me. Work smart, not hard. That's what the goal is. Teach me. I'm ready to teach you. I can drop the link. Now I do have a few things that I do. We have class tomorrow. If you would like to join class tomorrow, it is an academy. I teach you different things. Thank you for the follow. I teach you different things. We have an academy, okay? Give me 1 second. I can drop that link for you if you would like to join the academy. Hold on. Now, PK, do you have any questions, my love? I like when y'all pay attention, right? I want you to make sure you are asking your questions, even if you do not purchase anything from me or attend my class. It's on the screen, some reviews, right? But I still want to give y'all a lot of information for free. So after you have formed your EIN, you need to move on to your LLC. A lot of my students, like for me, I'm new to this. I want to learn. Okay, I did drop that link for you, and it's also in my bio. I would love, love, love to have you inside of our academy. Okay. So a lot of my students are new, fairly new to this, right? I had a young man, he said that he worked in a warehouse, but he said, I definitely want to start this business, right? He said, can men do it? I said, yes. He said, well, I don't have any experience. I asked him, I said, okay, you said that you don't have any experience. Have you ever took someone to a doctor's appointment? Have you ever took someone grocery shopping? Have you ever bathed someone? If you are answering yes to any of these questions, you are experienced, you are a caregiver, and you just don't know, right? Sign up. It's no way that we still should be living paycheck to paycheck. It's no way that we have to have an attitude when it's time to go to work. It's no way that we won't be able to take a vacation when we want to, right? Because we are being hindered, right? Now, granted, everyone is not able to start a business, right? Everyone don't know how to run a business, and that's where I come in. Is it a one-time payment? Yes, ma'am. It is a one-time payment. Uh-huh. So basically, let me explain that. PK. So inside the academy, you're going to learn how to do business cards. You're going to learn how to do flyers. You're going to learn about your EIN, your LLC. You're going to learn how to start your business from scratch, right? So I start you off as an individual, meaning in class tomorrow, you will start your business with me, okay? You will start your business with me, but it will be as an individual, right? So then I will gradually scale you into an agency once you do all the requirements for your state. But tomorrow in class, you will be a business owner. So if this is not, and I'm not saying that you're not serious, but if you're not ready to become a business owner, once you're inside my academy, you're going to be taught a lot. A lot of things, okay? So if you are ready to say, hey, nay, I'm ready for financial freedom. I'm ready to start my own business. I'm ready to have my own clients. I'm ready to do this. I will teach you every step of the way. All you have to do is join, literally. And I will teach you every single thing. I do not throw any of my students out to the wolves. Hey, if you have a question, right? Um, I am always available. I have an open door policy, right? I am always, always working for you guys. All right, so let me teach some more. So basically, we already went over, right? The client type, private pay. You need to figure out if you want to do private pay. I do only assist with private pay until you are an agency, right? Because if you're not licensed, you can't do waivers like the government contracting and stuff like that, or VA or the long term insurance because you are not licensed. But you can do private pay. You can still make money, a lot of money actually with private pay. All right. So we also went over the services that you will render. Your services should be, and I hope y'all are writing this down. The services that you should render as a non-medical home care a business owner is companionship. Okay, companionship, personal care. Personal care includes bathing, grooming, meal prep, light housekeeping, medication reminders, respite care, okay? And then you need to know your service hours. Are you going to do this 8 hours? Are you going to do this 12 hours? Or will you be a 24-hour business? My recommendation, be a 24-hour business because you can still get people to work under you. And that is another goal for my students. I do not want my students to work their business. Okay? That's another thing. I do not want my students to work their business. I want you to be able to work your business when you want to, right? So after you join my academy, the goal is for you to start your business, right? But be able to work when you want to. So in order to be able to work when you want to, you need to join my academy. Let me show you. And also you can have people to work under you. Now, let me make this clear. As an individual, you cannot technically hire because you are not licensed, but you can get people to work under you. Once you become a full-fledged agency, you can hire people, and then that's when you'll be able to work when you want to work because you have employees. Employees, I teach you all of that, okay? So then also we went over what counties in your state will you render these services. I gave you the high demand areas in your area. I don't know that county, but you need to hit up those areas because those are the high demand areas. Now, if I did not call out an area, it just simply means it's not high demand. It doesn't mean that you won't get clients in that area. It's just not a high demand area. Okay. Now, do anyone have any questions so far? I see Malika. Malika just joined the academy. Welcome. Look around. Class is tomorrow. I can only accept 9 more people. Okay, into that academy for class tomorrow. So Malika, look around the academy. You are some assignments behind, but do not worry. Be on time for class tomorrow. Class will start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We close down, we lock the class at 8:15. Okay. Tomorrow, yes, 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 you will be officially a business owner. Okay. All right. So, we talked about how you need to do your EIN, form your LLC, or whatever you want to do. Right? You might want to do sole proprietorship. You might want to do C corp, S corp. It You will have to research that, or we can do that for you. Okay. Also, you need to do your policies and procedures. We assist with policies and procedures. Policies and procedures is very, very big. Okay. Policies and procedures is hideous. It's a lot of work. However, we will assist you with the policies and procedures as well. All right. Okay. So basically, you need to do your financial setup and your prices. You need to do your policies and procedures and required files for your business. Okay. All right. Do anyone have any questions so far? Can you just help with trying to get private paid clients? I sure can. Miss Bridges is dropping that link. So basically, tomorrow in class, that's all we will be doing is assisting you with applying for private paid clients. Yes, yes, ma'am. That is something that we will do in class tomorrow. That's a good question. That's when I say that you will start your business tomorrow, meaning that's where you will go ahead and start with those private paid clients. Well, we will start applying for different private paid clients with you. Yes. And we will show you how to do so in class. So yes, Shannon, that is a good question. All right. Any questions, y'all? I want y'all to ask y'all questions, okay? I want you to ask your questions. Ask all the questions that will have. Questions are free. Okay? If you are in this industry or is trying to be, so we're the one taking care of the clients. Yes, you will be taking care of the clients until you get people to work under you. 90% of your clients will be okay with someone other than you coming inside their home to care for their loved one or them. Right, then you're going to have that 10% PK that's only going to want you. That is something that you will have to discuss with that client. All right, so once you start an agency, you do not have to work if you don't want to. You just have to make sure you have your employees lined up. All right, because it depends on your state. You can start. I had some students that took a class with me and started receiving leads that same week. So that's why I tell y'all, if you're really not ready to start this journey, sign up with me when you are ready, because we will hit the ground running. Okay, it's not like you're going to start with me and have to wait. No. We do host classes every Tuesday and every other Friday, showing you different skills so that you can have a successful business. Now, how many of you already have a business? If you already have a business, the academy will be a good fit for you as well, because we give a lot of marketing tips. I have some clients that say, "Hey, Miss May, I have my business started already, but I don't know how to market." Right? You need to know what to say, how to say it. You need to know things to do when you are going to market your business. All right. So I am going to close it down in a few. If you are wanting to join the academy, I do suggest that you do so. If you don't, I hope that you gain some knowledge from me tonight. Do everyone know how much they should be charging in their area, in the high demand areas? Do everyone know how much they should be charging in their area, in the high demand areas? I want you to know how much you should be charging in your area, in the high demand areas. Anybody need that? Anybody need that information? Okay. What to charge in Atlanta? Let me tell you right now, my love. All right, so in I'm going to do Georgia, right? Did I miss a lot on the live? Miss Mary, I think you're actually in the academy, so it does not matter if you missed the live, because everything will be in the academy for you, okay, Miss Mary? So you are good. Yes, so if you're in the academy, you do not have to worry about the live. So Trisha, I want to. Oh, and how do you like the academy, Miss Mary? Tell the people how you like the academy. I want to give you the high demand in Georgia. I don't want you to just limit yourself for just Atlanta. Okay, Indiana, I got you next. I don't want you to rent. I don't want you to dumb down yourself, right? Just for Atlanta. I want to give you all the high demand. So in Georgia, you have the potential to make up to $29 an hour. Annually for one client, you have the potential to make 64,000. Okay, 64,000 a year off of one client. The high demand areas are Rome, Dalton, Atlanta, Gainesville, Athens. You have Augusta, Macon, Warner Robins. You have Columbus, Albany, Valdosta, Brunswick, and Savannah. A lot of people don't know, yes, you can open multiple businesses in your state. All right. You can open multiple sites in your state. I got to see y'all. I'm going to tell y'all everything. I don't gatekeep. I don't hold back nothing. I tell you every single thing. Indiana is up to 33 hourly. Annually off of one client, you can make 73,000. All right, let me give you the high demand areas. The high demand areas are Michigan, South Bend, Elkhart, Lafayette, Kokomo, Fort Wayne, Muncie, Columbus, Terre Haute, Bloomington, and Evansville. Just to name a few. Okay, Shannon. All right. So for Florida, what platform is this? Oh, this is The studio, TikTok, you have to have a business. I had to send in a lot of stuff to be able to do this. Florida, I had to send in so much to be able to do this, y'all. It's ridiculous. All right, so Florida, $30. Pensacola, Crestview, Panama, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Gainesville, Ocala, Deltona, Homosassa, Wildwood, Orlando, Palm Bay, Tampa, Lakeland, Northport, Port area, just to name a few. Okay. Yes. Yes. I had to do all day. Yes. Okay. Now, Desmond, I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing. You're welcome. How much is charged in Oklahoma? Anybody else? Anybody else needs to know? Oklahoma is 35 off of one client. Annually, you can make 77,000. Okay. All right. I do know in Florida, the high demand areas are um Jacksonville for sure. I have some students that are getting clients in Jacksonville. All right, I got you. Enid, Oklahoma City, and Tulsa for Oklahoma. All right. Minnesota, I got you. Thank you for the follow. Oh, y'all, I forgot to do my little look. I had to do a class on this too. They said that when I get my followers, I have to hold up. I got something else. Do you assist with Florida? Yes, ma'am. I assist with all 50 states. My love. Yes, ma'am. Me and Miss Bridges. Hourly in Minnesota is $43. 43, yes, 43. 43, okay? You have the potential to make annually 91,000. That is awesome. Some of the areas, the high demand areas, meaning where caregivers are needed the most. So, let me drop that link for you, my love. I do have different options out there available for you. It depends on which way are you trying to go. Are you trying to start as an individual? If you're trying to start as an individual, class is tomorrow for that, where you will start your business as an individual. If you're trying to go ahead and not do an individual and you want to do an agency, we will actually get with you on that to schedule that for you. That is a lot. Because we're going to have to do your policies and procedures. We're going to have to do your business card, your logo for you, your EIN, your LLC. Yes, I help with caregiver business startup. I sure do. So in Minnesota, the high demand areas are St. Cloud, Duluth, Minneapolis, Mankato, and Rochester. As an individual, you can start tomorrow. The link is in my bio, and we are also dropping that link in the chat for you. Okay. Make sure you are signing up for the academy. Once you join the academy, that link for a class will already be inside the academy. Yep, Florida allows you to hire staff if you are licensed. Yep, you can hire staff, but you just have to be licensed. All right, and I go through all of that with you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so for Maryland, hourly you can charge up to 35 an hour in Maryland. You have the potential to make annually 80,000, and that's just off of one client. So imagine you're getting, what are the requirements for the license in what state. So that is something that I will tell you inside the academy, my love. If you're trying to start as an agency, because it's a lot, right? So do y'all need me to go over? Let me see. I can tell you some of the requirements. So basically all business, right? When you're forming a business, some of the requirements, you have to have an EIN, LLC. Some states require you to have a UBI number. You need to have your logo set up, your name. So I can go through the beginning part of class again if you need me to, where I break down everything for you. If you're trying to start an agency, if you're just trying to start as an individual, you don't need all of that. Okay. All right. So the link is not working, Ms. Bridges. If you can move over to Facebook, someone is having trouble with the link not working. Um, All right. So Maryland, you have Hagerstown, Baltimore, and Lexington. Hold on, someone just joined. Um, Erica. Erica, you just joined the academy. You need to go ahead and prepare yourself. I don't know if y'all can. No, y'all won't be able to see the academy. Please go ahead and prepare yourself for a class tomorrow. I'm trying to see how I can screen share because I want to show y'all some things inside the academy. But now I just started this with, can we connect, man? We sure can. We sure can. We sure can connect. I would love if you're serious, okay? Because I get a lot, y'all. I work 24/7. So if you are serious about starting your business, DM me. If not, I will tell you this: it is not free, okay? But I will lead you in the right direction. I will lead you every single step of the way. All right. So do y'all need me to start class over? Are y'all paying attention to me? Because just like I said, a lot of my students say, Miss Nate, you are so amazing. The information that you give us, this one of my students said they paid 8,500. Yes, need mentorship. I got you. Now, are you trying to do an agency or are you trying to do an individual, Desmond? That's going to be my first question for you. Are you doing it as an agency or as an individual? Are you starting as an individual or as an agency? Are you starting your business as an individual or agency? Do you assist with nurse registry? No, not for nurses, okay? Because this is non-medical. I only assist with non-medical. Okay? I only assist with non-medical. So in some states you do need a nurse on file, meaning you need to hire a nurse for assessments. All right, but I only assist. Okay, so if you want to do it as an individual, mm-hmm. All right, so if you want to do it as an individual, I do recommend that you join my academy. You do not need for me to set you up as an agency. You can actually start your business tomorrow if you want to do it as an agency. The link is in my bio, and I can also drop the link right here for you. All right, it is a one-time fee. So you will have class tomorrow where we are going to set up your business, and then Friday, we're going to have another class where we're going to show you how to do your business card. So every other week we have class outside of our weekly class. All right, Chi, I can assist with all 50 states. Homemaker and companion, yes, I can assist you. Okay. I can definitely assist you. So let me start. We can start it over. All right. For the people that missed. Quick question. After 40 hours, who pays for the overtime, family or me? No, ma'am. So basically in this business, you don't, and that's the only thing, you don't pay for time and a half. You do not pay for overtime. Okay, you do not pay for overtime. So if you hire someone, Mary, right, and they only want to work 8 hours, you need to have someone to come in after those 8 hours, someone else to come in after those 8 hours. If you hire someone, they agree to pay to work 12 hours. It's not overtime because you should be paying them a decent amount. Okay, so this business is different from other businesses because in this business you usually do not pay overtime to your people, to your employees. Mary, that is a good question, but you are inside the academy. I do want all of your questions to go inside the academy, okay? No, not working. When I touch it, does nothing. Okay, Shannon, I am not sure what is going on because it is working on our end. Um, it is working on our end. You're welcome. Ask your questions, y'all. Ask your questions. Thank you for sharing the live. We are going to. I've been on here about 40 minutes. I am going to end in a minute. So basically, I do want to give you a step-by-step guide, though. Do y'all have your pen and paper ready? because I am going to give you a step-by-step guide how you can start your business. However, if you want to start as an individual, join my academy. You can start that tomorrow. All right. Okay. So, basically, when you're starting this business, you need to know what is going to be your client type. What's the hardest thing about the business? The hardest thing about the business is the startup for me, right? Because if this is something that you love doing, you really won't never work, right? Because you love doing it. So I think the hardest part for me was starting the actual business, because when I started, I did not know anything, right? I didn't know that you needed license. I didn't even know what policies and procedures were. I thought I could just start a business as being a caregiver. That's all. I thought I could just market myself and just start this business, Universal Properties. So that was the hardest thing for me, right? Because when I was trying to get mentorship, I was being charged $8,000 to $10,000 just for someone to show me how to start this business. So what I had to do is do a lot of research on my own, right? So that's why I do policies and procedures for licensing, right? Yes. Yes, we do assist with that. So policies and procedures is a hideous thing all by itself. But we take that load off of you. We do it for you if that is something that you're interested in. Um so I think that was the hardest part, because in this industry, right, in this business, they charge a lot to mentor you. And that's why I tell people all the time when they say, oh my God, can you give us a discount? Do you do websites? Yes. And we do everything. We're a one-stop shop. Um, when people tell me that our prices are too much or if we can give a discount, I always tell them, do your research before you come to us. We pride ourselves on being the I won't say the cheapest, but we are literally the cheapest in all 50 states. If you ask anyone for mentorship, they're going to say $5,000 to $10,000. We have actually have a special where we will start up your whole business for you for $1,000. Yes, can caregiver apply for a government contract? Yes, Desmond, but we do not. That's the only thing we don't assist with is government contract, because it is hideous. It's a lot. Um, I do recommend private pay. Now, government contracting is good because you will get clients, right? But again, with government contracting, they're still going to go ahead and pay you what they want to pay you. Okay. All right, so you need to define your services, right? What type of client will you service? Is it going to be private pay, long-term care insurance, VA? VA is the big one. What state? All 50 states I can assist you with, okay? All right, Medicaid waiver, okay? Then you need to figure out what services would you render? What services would you render? Would you do companionship? Do you would you do light housekeeping? Would you do meal prep? Would you do grooming, respite care? Okay. All right, that is something that you need to know as well. Then you need to know your hours of operations. That is a big step. You need to know your hours of operation. Would you be working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours? Would you be a 24-hour business? That's my recommendation, right? When I first started this business, people was calling me 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, are you, because people are going to be in different time zones, right? So even though you won't service the people in different time zones, it may be a relative calling you, right? So it may be 4 a.m. your time, but where they're located, it may be 7 o'clock in the morning, right? So you should always have that line of communication. Also, they were calling me, right, and they said, "Hey, did I catch you at a bad time?" Absolutely not. I was not turning down anything, and you don't either, right? When you're starting this business, because you're trying to build your business, you're trying to build that wealth, you're trying to build up your business where you don't have to work, because you're going to have people working under you. All right. So granted now, when you first start off, yes, you're going to have to work because you're just starting this business. But a year from now, you should only be working when you want to work. You should listen to me. You from if you start today, say for instance, you start with me today, and I assist you with every single thing to start your business. A year from now, you should not be working unless you want to, because I am going to show you how to build your agency. Excuse me. All right. Anybody have any questions so far? Anybody have any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I want to make sure when is class? Class is tomorrow. Yeah, hold on, hold on. I forgot I got my stove. Hold on, y'all. Now. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see which one I want to use. Class is tomorrow. If you want to start as an individual, you will start your business tomorrow. By the end of class, you will be a business owner. Let me hold on now. Hold on. Let me get some. All right. You will be a business owner by the end of class tomorrow. I cannot stress this enough. When people take my class, they are like, for real, I am a business owner. Yes, at the end of class, we have this saying. And I ask you, what are you now? And you will say, I am a business owner, and then I'm going to get a lot of thank yous. Oh my God, I ran across your TikTok. Oh my God, you are real. You are not a scammer. You really help us. Thank you. We I get a lot. Look, I do. I get a lot of that every time we do a class or every time someone joins the academy. They are like, where have you been? Right here teaching on this live. Now, granted, I only give a little bit on the live, right? Because if I give all of it, what am I gonna have for my students, right? So when you are in my academy, or if I assist you with doing your agency, you're going to get it all. Okay. Basically, I am going to show you every single step that I did to have a successful business. I have a saying that I can lead you to the water, I cannot make you drink. A lot of my students say, Miss Name, the information that you give us, right? You don't even speak on it in the free class. I don't know how to market. I know how to teach. I know how to set your business up for it to be successful, but I do not know how to market. That is where I messed up at. And people tell me all the time, you could have so many more people inside your academy if you know what to say. I don't, right? I can teach you. I know that I am a good teacher. I know that if you take a chance on me, your business will be successful. I do know that. Also, if you take a chance on me, I do know that you will indeed start your business tomorrow. I do know that, right? So basically, when you um and with this, right, I do want to go over how much you should be paying people to work under you as well. So in Maryland, if you're charging us to 35, you need to pay the people that you are working. You're always supposed to have a profit, y'all. This is another big one. You should always have a profit. You should not be working and getting paid $30 and paying your people $30. You need to have a profit. All right. You should always have a profit. All right. And I can go over how much you should be paying the people that work under you as well. Okay. So say for instance in Maryland, you could charge up to 35. You should be paying the people that are working under you at least I say $20, because you're still going to have that $15 profit. Okay. Those $15 add up. especially if you're not working, right? Because the goal is to start the business, but not continue to work it unless you want to. All right. So, say for instance, in my business, I only do respite care, meaning a few hours. Respite care is only for a few hours or a few days. That's the only time I work in my business is when I want to. All right. And no worries, I'm going to set you up. Okay, so North Carolina, if you are starting this business in North Carolina, again, you should be paying the people that works under you at least $17. If you're charging $30, pay them at least $17, and you're going to have, hold on, y'all. If you pay them at least $17, you're going to have that profit of 13. Okay, I'm in Maryland. Okay, yep. Okay. So in about 10 minutes, I like to teach my class for about an hour. I charge 45 per hour and I pay my employees 20. All right. So yep. So you know I'm not lying. All right. Oh, you charge 45 in Charlotte? You don't think that's a bit much? 45 in Charlotte, North Carolina? So the max in North Carolina is 30. Are you an agency? It ain't. Okay. All right. Hey, listen. My goal, I want the clients, right? I want the clients, right? Now if you have a successful agency and you are getting away with that 45, go for it, right? I want a lot of clients. I want to make sure it's growing. That's why. Yep, you're right. You are absolutely true. Okay, I got you. I got you. Hey, you showing me something. The money is out here. I'm short exchanging myself. Hey, I'm shorting myself. 45. And I do not accept Medicaid. Me either. Me either. I only do private pay. That's where the money is. Private pay. A lot of people don't know that. Like a lot of people don't know like with waivers, right? With waivers, yes, you're going to get clients, but they're still going to pay you what they want to pay you, right? In private pay, you can set your hours. If the hours is not if the hourly rate is not good enough for them, hey, maybe I'm not the person for you. Yep, only okay, long term. Okay. Yes, yes. So with that long term, do you do a waiver for it or is that private pay as well? All right. So y'all, I am going to be wrapping things up. I hope that I gave y'all valuable information. You do have time to join the academy. It is open. I want to give you a rundown on things that we offer. So we do have a bundle where we're going to offer all the forms that you're going to need for your business. And when I say all forms that you need for your business, we do offer those. The family makes something different. Okay. Okay. I got you. All right, y'all. So ask me any questions. Do y'all have any questions? Any questions? I am about to be wrapping it up for tonight. Because I do have to prepare myself for class tomorrow. Check out the store, right? Check out the things that I offer. Um, do y'all have any questions? Excuse me. Any questions? I want you to ask your questions. Ask your questions. No, I do not do group homes. The class starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do lock class around 8:15. So if you join the academy, please be on time for the class, okay? All right. Do everyone know how much they should be charging in their state? And do everyone knows the high demand areas? You're welcome. Any questions, y'all? Make sure you're asking your questions. The questions are free. Okay? The questions are free. Any questions, y'all? Any questions? Listen, it's free. Make sure you are asking your questions. Any questions that you have, make sure you are asking, okay? Did I go over everything? All right, and then another thing, you need to know how to market your business. Okay, you need to be going to different assistant living, different nursing homes, hospital, rehab centers. That's a big one as well. Because a lot of people, and definitely hospitals, because people are not staying in the hospital how they did back in the day. They are being discharged, so a lot of these people are going to need caregivers because they won't be able to care for themselves. Okay. All right. So basically, I do have a launch plan for my students, and I want to share this with you. Okay. So in the next four, over the course of the next 4 months, unless they want to be fast tracked it, right? They are going to scale into an agency. So I want to go over a 90-day launch plan with you. Okay. This is a checklist. I want to go over this with you. All right. So for the weeks 1 and 2, you need to be doing your EIN, your bank accounts, your insurance quotes, your state licenses, your requirements, draft your policies and procedures, your website and Google business profile. Okay. Then you need to go ahead and start interviewing for PRN full time and part time. You need to go ahead and complete your background checks, your training, set your prices, finalize client and your HR packets. Okay. Then you need to start your referrals. You need to go ahead and start posting on social media about your business. You need to do your testimonials. You need to basically market your business to different areas. Okay. All right. And then you need to start with your license. So it's going to be your EIN, your LLC, your business license for your state. So it's going to be two. A lot of my students say they are licensed, but they're licensed for their state. So it's two licenses, right? So you need to be licensed for your state, and then you need to be licensed for your business, right? So it's two business licenses. So you be licensed for your state, and then you be licensed for your home care business. So it's basically two licenses, and then your EIN and your LLC is when you do it for your state, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, y'all. So I will be getting off of here in 2 minutes. If you have signed up for the academy, congratulations to you. You will be officially a business owner tomorrow. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Any questions? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say my little ending again. If you have joined the academy, make sure you are on time for class tomorrow. Okay, make sure you are on time for class tomorrow. All right. So starting your own medical home care business is more than just a way to earn income. It's an opportunity to change lives, bring comfort to family, and create a lasting impact in your community. This journey will come with challenges, but remember why you started. Stay committed, stay focused, and never let fear stop you from reaching your goals. Okay? There will be days when things don't go as planned, but keep pushing forward. Your success is written, and God has placed you on this journey for a reason. You are fully capable of building something great, and this is just the beginning. All right. Proverbs 16:3 commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Trust that the steps you are taking now will lead you to abundant success and fulfillment. Stay patient, work hard, and watch everything fall into place. Okay. All right. All right. So if y'all do not have any questions for me, I will be wrapping it up. I hope the information that I gave you, you can use. You should now know that you need your EIN, your LLC, your business license. You should also now know how much you should be charging in your areas, in the high demand areas, meaning where caregivers are needed the most. Okay. If you do not know those things, I can run it by you again, but you definitely should know because we taught that I told you in class tonight, okay? All right, y'all. So I am going to be wrapping it up. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining in and listening to me, okay?